Hail YouTube, Dominions, Doomentites, and Arch-Villains! Thank you all for supporting me in my effort to save pop culture. And I would ask you please make sure you are still subbed, turn on your notification bell, and if you are not subscribed, please consider doing so. This channel could use your support. Thank you, and enjoy this video. Yesterday, there was a big Star Trek Lower Decks and Star Trek Discovery panel at New York Comic Con, where Kurtzman and his band of cultural vandals were hoping to gin up excitement for the premiere of Star Trek Discovery Season 3 and get a few people to watch Lower Decks. Just a few. Is that so much to ask? They had the cast of Star Trek Discovery in the house. They had the cast of Lower Decks. They had Mikey Spock and Alex Kurtzman. They had Mike McMahon. They had Jonathan Frakes in there. They pulled out all the stops, people. And this was the big kahuna, the big assembly of the brightest stars in Kurtzman Trek. No stone was left unturned, looking for everything and anything to rally the legions of faithful Star Trek Discovery fans that exist in Alex Kurtzman's imagination for the return of Mikey Spock and the crew of the Discovery after their long absence, and the results were hilarious. Once again, by their own numbers, CBS shows the world that no one gives a damn about Kurtzman Trek. This is a show that has been around now for 3 years. In the words of Marcellus Wallace in Pulp Fiction, if you were gonna make it, you'd have made it by now. But Star Trek Discovery is such a spectacular failure of such legendarily substandard quality that a New York Comic Con panel recorded and played for a captive audience of homebound people, featuring every bell and whistle they could attach, including a preview of Star Trek Discovery Season 3, only got 9,574 views. That's right, folks, 9,574 views. This is Gene Roddenberry's legacy, filtered through the digestive system of Alex Kurtzman. Kurtzman ate Star Trek, pooped it out on the other end, called it Star Trek Discovery, and wonders why people don't want to watch. Hosted by Will Wheaton, which is like saying hosted by a bag of beige paint. How could this panel miss? Actually, my friends, the question is more, how could this panel not miss a lot bigger? Because it turns out, the numbers you see here are better than the real numbers for the audience, because CBS was screwing around with the numbers of thumbs up and thumbs down feedback. Our own Jack Beers documented himself in a tweet. In 15 minutes, this premieres. It now has 3 dislikes, when 2 days ago, it was at 205. In the comments section of the New York Comic Con Discovery panel on YouTube, there are other comments along these lines, some of which I'll read here in a moment. But there can be no doubt, Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Lower Decks are massive failures. Whatever fan base they've established is anemic and casual. They are not interested in behind-the-scenes info. They're not chomping at the bit to see more of it. They're not going to tune in for a preview of the coming season. They have no interest in seeing what Sonequa Martin Green is like in real life. They don't care about Kurtzman or Saru. Basically, if Star Trek Discovery is on, they may kind of watch it between tweets about social justice, and if it's not on, they'll just put on another channel and tweet about social justice. Meh, whatever. The outpouring of excitement for this trash is non-existent. They couldn't even crack 10,000 views as of this time, and it was aired yesterday. Of course, there are questions coming out of this panel. For example, they announced that Janeway would return in Star Trek Prodigy on Nickelodeon, a piece of news for which I don't give a nickel after seeing what they did to Picard on his return. They ruined that character forever, folks. I can't even look at Picard anymore in The Next Generation. That's how thoroughly these contemptible hacks savaged Gene Roddenberry's legacy. Now they're going to have Janeway jump through flaming hoops of woke like an SJW poodle, and we're supposed to cheer about it? The only question is, how bad will it be? How badly will Janeway's character be soiled? But what's incredibly interesting about this panel is they announced the vandalization of Janeway. So why didn't they announce Star Trek Discovery Season 4? At the Star Trek Discovery Season 3 panel, all the Trekkie sites have been peddling reports that Star Trek Discovery Season 4 is not only a go, but they've started shooting. Well, if Star Trek Discovery Season 4 really is a thing, then why didn't they announce it here? And what of the premiere, the opening scene of Star Trek Discovery Season 3? Well, my friends, it was blue and hyperactive, full of blue booms and blue characters and not a whole hell of a lot else in there. Some guy in a spaceship is trying to run away from another guy that's shooting at him, and he crashes into Mikey Spock in her stupid Red Angel suit, which made me laugh and laugh because she is so much the bestest ever. She can't even avoid crashing into a ship in all the immensity of space. So yeah, she and the other ship crash on a planet that has a bug eating another bug on it. Yep. Forget big ideas, great characters, optimism and sparkling dialogue. Star Trek Discovery Season 3, appropriately enough, starts out as a wreck. I'm sure it will stay that way. So how bad are things for Star Trek at this point? The ratings for Star Trek Discovery Season 1 on CBS in prime time are an absolute embarrassment, and it remains the lowest rated new broadcast on Thursday nights, only managing to beat reruns of CW shows. Rumor has it that Lower Decks is a complete failure, drawing only barely over 100,000 views. They've had to do reshoots on Discovery Season 3 because CBS reportedly wanted the show to end, and they had left it open. However, rumor has it they bungled the reshoots so badly they have to do them again because literally the story makes no sense now. And I'm told that Season 3 is going to have to be cut in half because the post-production people can't get it all done even after all this time and all the delays and reshoots. Yeah, Kurtzman is doing one heck of a job driving Star Trek into the ground. But what do the viewers have to say in the comments section of this farce? Let's take a look, shall we? Scout 3 points out, really strange how the likes now magically outnumber the dislikes because there were way more dislikes before. Comic-Con and CBS are scrubbing comments and dislikes, which is literally erasing what the fans are expressing. One thing they can't stop is us not watching their shows or paying for their platform. Think you got a brand new fandom to replace the one that's been here for 50 years? Good luck. Bold move, CBS. Bold move. Laughing emojis. Nick Henderson says the fact that the dislikes have been edited at least twice now is enough to tell me that these people don't give a damn about Gene's legacy, don't care about fans, just pay them big bucks so they can take a dump all over what used to be a fantastic escape into what could be. Oren Albert Meisel says, it had around 40 likes and 70 dislikes a day ago, and I placed it in my watch later list. The next day, it has 200 likes versus 20 dislikes, and all the negative comments which received plenty of likes are all gone. What is this? Jack Beers says, when Picard aired earlier this year in Canada, episode 1 sat with a cold 1.8 million views, while the 5th episode dropped to 1.3 million views. That is 500,000 views lost in 5 episodes. EXP asks what happened to all the dislikes. Elkins Charger says get Bad Robot as far away from Star Trek as possible. Hobbies North, so you jerks reset the downvotes. Can't handle the truth, huh? Mike MC says, how did you edit the dislikes? This video had 200 plus dislikes. Sean says they're shadow banning hard, real hard. Comments popping in and out. And EVA Unit 4A says, oh look, they deleted 200 thumbs downs. What a surprise. Jack Beers says, the fact that they have to cheat to manufacture a good image is hilarious. They either refuse to turn off the dislikes or think they're being smooth by quietly lowering the dislikes. Well, good people like Jack Beers are watching and good people like Jack Beers are catching it. The New York Comic Con Star Trek panel reveals that Star Trek is a dead franchise now. CBS has ignored all the dead canaries in their coal mine long enough. Now this is the result. Star Trek is dead. Long live the Orville. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry. Ha 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 ha.